Hey friends, welcome to another weekend workout. For this workout, all you need is something long. So I will be using my jump rope here. You can use something similar to that. Or if you have some type of long resistance band, this will also work. This one will probably be the easiest because it has stretch to it, and we are going to be doing dislocates. So this would be the easiest. Or if you have something like this, you can always use this to go through the movement. This is going to be the hardest one to do, right? Because there's no flexibility to it, there's no stretch to it. But if you have something like this, you can use that and hold your hands further apart. All right, and if you do not have anything like this, you can also just use a bathroom towel. Hold both ends of it, and we're gonna do the same movement, okay? Other than that, maybe just a mat for the ground, and that's all you need today, okay? Cool, let's get started with our warm-up. Marching in place, hand opposite leg. We have a side lunge sweep, a high kick, a jack progression. There will be modifications for that if you cannot do a jumping jack, and then extended arm foot taps. So we will do that for 3 rounds. Then we will do some active recovery for 3 rounds. No, active recovery for 2 rounds, and a deep stretching for 1 round. There we go. We got there. Let's do arm circles forward. And let's go back. And open and close. Gotta get everything warmed up. And let's do a little twist from side to side. Warm up that spine. 3, 2, 1. So side lunge sweep. We're gonna start with our arms above our head. We're going to bring those arms all the way around as we step into a side lunge. We're gonna frame that knee, and then we're going to bring it all the way back up. So we're gonna stick with one side, and I will let you know when to switch. This is already low impact, but if you need to stay up a little bit higher in the lunge, you can do that. And other side. Taking my brain a second to catch on to what we're doing. It is fairly common for me, and probably for you too, for just one side to be easier than the other. Three, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to go into a high kick. So all we're going to do is kick out in front and then switch legs. We're moving our arms though. Getting credit for those steps. I know over the course of our weekend, got to take credit for all the steps we can get, right? We're halfway done. Keep breathing. Got less than 10 seconds here. Two, 1, and we are going to do a jack progression. So we are going to start with just tapping out. Once we get to 40 seconds, we're gonna go into tight jacks. If you cannot do a tight jack, we're gonna keep doing these taps, okay? So tight jacks, we're gonna jack out, but we're gonna keep our arms close to us. Then at 20 seconds, we're gonna go into a full jack. And arms extended. Just a regular old jumping jack here. Less than 10 seconds left. to the ground. We're gonna extend our arms up and we're gonna stack our legs. And we're going to lower both our legs and our hands, tap the ground, come back up. Make sure your lower back is pushing down into the ground. So we are tucking our rib cage towards our hip bones. Now sometimes when we are engaging our core this much, we tend to want to hold our breath. You do not need to do that. Engage the core, but breathe regularly. Nice job. One down, 2 more of those to go. All right, move around a little bit. If you really want to get some more steps in, you can just kind of march in place till we get started again, okay? It's hot up here. A little surprising, it's not that hot outside. All right, friends, we are going to go back into the side lunge sweep. So come all the way over to one side of your mat, arms up. We're going to sweep those arms all the way around, framing that leg, and back up. Make sure that core is engaged. Move is going to really help us get loosened up for some of our other moves that we have for active recovery and stretching. Three, 2, 1. Whew, okay. Jack progression, we're going to start with those taps. Into some tight jacks, so keep those arms close. And we're going to go into some full jacks, so arms extended all the way. Nice job. Come on down, we're gonna do our core move. Stack those legs, arms extended, to do those side lunge sweeps, arms up, and we're gonna bring those arms all the way around, frame, and back up. Doing a lot of computer work today. And it always feels good to work out after a lot of computer work. However, I always feel like my brain's fried by the time I get out here. 2, 1. So these typically end up being a little bit more quiet workouts because I've already used up all the brain power for today. It's tight. Hopefully the active recovery mobility helps that. Tap it out. I've been having a little bit of lower back issues this week, which is nothing new for me. Tight jacks. So now my left side, which is the side that's been hurting me this week, is pretty tightened up. We're gonna work on it though. And full jacks, friends. Whoops. I kick over my water. Would not be good. I already forgot my water one day this week. 2, 1, that kicked my ass. I made it, but it was not pleasant. Legs up, arms up, lower down, keep it engaged, pull back up. Use that core, friends. Brain's fried. We do need to come up to standing at some point during this break because our first 2 moves will be standing. Our third move, we will need our backs up against the wall. And then our fourth move is going to be down on the ground. To do dislocates, a deadlift drag, wall field goals, and a pigeon push-up. So I need you to take whatever your long thing is here. We're going to bring those arms up all all the way around and then back to the front. Dislocate sounds much harsher than it actually is. I did not name it. This is just what it's called. There are some moves where I give its own name because I just, you know, some of the technical names, I'm like, I get it. But at the same time, it's no fun. But this one, this is just one of those moves that I called it what it's called. Keep moving here, friends. Really working on that shoulder mobility, the chest, the back. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We're going to keep whatever it is that you have. We're going to move our hands in closer to each other. We are going to put it against our hips, and we are going to drag whatever it is down our legs and push our hips back. Okay, until you feel a pull right here, and then we are going to drag back up our legs. If you do not feel a pull in the back of your legs, make sure your shoulders are back, because if you are rounded, you can just keep going on, and that's not what we want. We want those shoulders back, chest proud, right along our legs, and pull back up. Again, after this move, we're going to put our back against the wall. Three, 2, 1. So back against the wall, we're going to set crisscross applesauce. We're going to bring our arms up into a field goal. From here, we're going to rotate down and up. This is the entire movement. Over halfway done. Underneath us, other leg is extended back, and here we're going to come down, push up. If you cannot come down, you can just stay up here in the pigeon. That is fine. Oh my gosh. Everything in my lower body is so tight. Other leg. Did that for a little bit longer. It actually kind of felt good on that side. So y'all got it a few extra seconds too. Y'all are probably like, thanks, Ash. You're welcome. I know, y'all love extra work. All right. So we're gonna start off again with those dislocates. So you will need your long whatever, broomstick, towel, jump rope, resistance band. Bring all the way back behind you and back forward. I like using a jump rope because because it doesn't have stretch like the resistance band does, so it makes it a little bit harder, but since it's not a pull or a bar, I do have a little bit more flexibility with it. So that's why I like using this. You use whatever you are comfortable with. We are done with those. So if you don't like those, we are done with them. And we're gonna go into that deadlift drag. So drag all the way down the legs, push those hips back, shoulders back, and then drag back up. Halfway done. Over halfway done. These are not my favorites, especially as we rotate down. Sometimes we just got to push ourselves a little bit. Not everything's going to be comfortable, and that's okay. We do uncomfortable things now to make us more comfortable later. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Pigeon push-up. All right. Woo. Other side. Three, two, one. Nice job. We are done with those moves. We are going to go into deep stretching. We will be down on the ground for all 4 of these moves, so you can decide if you want to get up and move around. If you want to stay down here, that's up to you. 45 seconds is just a little too long for me to sit and hang out, but you do you. I don't know what playlist this is, but it's good. And I would say, oh, I should write it down so I remember, but that's not gonna happen. I was just telling my husband earlier today that I thought about this soup that I made last winter, I think. Cross one leg over top of the other, and we're gonna sit in a seated figure 4. We're just gonna hang out right here with our hands behind us. No, actually it would have been the winter before. And this soup, man, it kicked ass. I do not remember the base of it. I do remember there was chicken and there was like a shitload of vegetables in it, and it was probably one of the best like heavy vegetable meals I've ever made. Do you think I wrote it down? Nope. Other leg. If you got to use your hands to help you get in place, you can. Or if you need to lay on your back and do a figure four, that's also fine. My intentions are always good, but just doesn't always work out. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go into a cobra to a cat. So we're gonna start on our belly. We're gonna push up into a cobra. We're gonna hold it here for a few seconds. Then we're gonna come up onto our knees. We're gonna arch that back up. Maybe have to move your hands a little bit. Stretch out that back. Then we're gonna come back down into a cobra, push up. Try to hold both positions for a few seconds. Really arch that back up. And come back down into the cobra. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We're going to come to a seated position, crisscross applesauce. And we're going to take our hand, we're going to put it on the opposite knee, other hand back behind us, and we're going to twist. We're going to hold this stretch out that lower back, up our side. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna switch hands, other hand back behind us, twist the other way. Needle reach. So thread the needle is when we sit back in a child's pose, but we put an arm underneath the arm that's set in front, and then we're going to do a reach. So we're going to take that top arm and we're going to reach up. Hold it the best you can. 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to do the other side. So thread the needle. Then we're going to reach that top arm up. Stretched out. Go ahead and pair this with whatever other activity you have planned for the day. Just because it's active recovery day or a rest day doesn't mean you have to lay on the couch. You can absolutely get up and move around. Just maybe use the time to not push your body with really heavy weight workouts. All right.